What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? It's Renebean. Welcome to the game room. I wanted to give you guys an update video on some of the changes that have been made in the game room, of course, and obviously I got some work to do out in the shop, which we'll do later on in the video. But in the beginning, I do want to show off some of the additions that I've added to this game room and some of the changes that have been made. So with that said, if you have not checked out the Discord server, we're now well over 1,000 members, and I'm going to start doing giveaways on there. I'm going to probably do it maybe once a month, maybe twice a month. I'll leave a link to it in the description as well as a pinned comment. If you want to show off your finds or just want to talk about buying, selling, retro gaming, it doesn't matter. That's the place to do it. So check the link in the description, the pinned comment. You'll see where it's at. Come join up and be part of that giveaway. It's going to be happening pretty soon after this video. So with that said, sit back and relax. Let's do it. Alright guys, so like I said, there are numerous changes in this game room. A lot of them have turned out so well. As a lot of you know, remember this prop right here. This looks absolutely amazing. I couldn't fit that in the Zelda Shrine. Obviously, it's, you know, it's a full-size replica, so it's obviously not going to go in there, but it looks so good. I was able to get the boomerang in there, which I'll show you in a minute. As many know, this is a new addition, the Survival Horror Shrine, where I got rid of hundreds of NES games. I kept what I wanted, and I took that remaining space and turned it into this. All my DS and PSP games actually moved over right here, and it turned out so much better. It looks so much nicer, and it's not so hectic. As some of you may have seen, I picked up this action set box with the insert, styrofoam, everything included, at the flea market for $15. And the thing is absolutely minty, and it's a variant I didn't have, so I'm going to hold on to it for now. I'm still debating on if I'm going to get rid of it or not, but for now, it's going to hang out here. Here's that boomerang I was talking about for the Zelda Shrine. It's not able to go inside as well, but it does look good hanging right there. It's such a well-made prop. The detail on this thing, as you can see, is very well done. To the person that made it, he did a fantastic job. I tell you one problem that I'm going to be encountering here soon, and I'm not looking forward to dealing with it. My Sega Master System, the video is not working correctly with my switcher boxes over here, and it's not the console. I know it's the wire. It's an aftermarket wire. The problem is I got to get back there and change it out, and all this stuff is somewhat organized. You can see how there's holes derived, or holes in there that lead to the back here. It's just not fun to move this big to move this big Trinitron TV without knocking stuff off on top of it. It's going to be a pain, but I'll do that soon because I got so many more Master System games, as you can see, that came in. I can still play them. I can use, you know, the Retron or the power-based converter, but I want to play it on the Master System. I was able to add about 10 Master System games, and that's looking absolutely incredible. What I'm most excited for is how my N64 collection is turning out. The amount of boxes that I was able to add maybe somewhere between 10 to 13 boxes, as well as numerous games. I'm getting so close to finishing that set, as a lot of people know. So if you have anything for trade or sell, let me know. I'm very much interested in it. And as you can see, just moving up, I was able to add that Kirby's Dream Land 3 box. This is Castlevania 4 box that I had traded. I know its condition is bad. Trust me, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It'll be an upgrade for me whenever I find another copy. But I'm still happy to have it. It has the manual, the insert with it, so I'm happy with it. This whole wall of box games looks great. But anyways, let's head out to the shop and get some of that work done. I don't have much to do out there, but what I do have needs addressing, so let's do it. Alright guys, so before we start messing with any consoles, I wanted to show you guys this, and this is such a helpful piece of paper, you have no idea. As a lot of people remember, I sold a N64 a while back that was claimed as defective, didn't work for, you know, obviously simple reasons that this paper would have solved. But it was sent back in, we opened it up, and it worked just fine. After that, one of my buddies, Jeremy, he's a mod on the Discord server, he made this up. And it's a thank you for your purchase paper, but most importantly, it teaches people who don't really have the most knowledge with retro consoles how they work, how to set them up. You know, it's a very simplistic guide. It talks about connecting your console, the different types of ports, AV with component, how you can get your game to work. And then, like, my favorite thing, now ignore this bad, I was actually running out of ink and it kind of printed sideways. This is just like a test sample. I keep a stack of these in the office for whenever I do ship a console. They always get one of these. But down here it talks about cleaning your games, and it'll say if any games were included with your purchase, they have been cleaned and tested. If you own your own games, you have to clean them. He talks about cleaning it. There's a better picture here, but I only have a black and white printer. I never use color. This is available on the Discord server. I believe it's under the shipping hacks. Possibly I'll have to reach out to him and get him to tell me exactly where it is. But this paper, if you sell any consoles, whether it's online or local, include one of these, you will have far less headache in the future. So many people do not want to reach out for help. They don't want to feel like an idiot if they can't get something to work. So if you include this, they don't have to, and chances are you won't have to be dealing with a return. That same N64, since it was tested and worked just great, I sold it, I think like the day after, or a few days after. One of these papers went with it, and then I got positive feedback. They were very happy about the purchase. I've since sold, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 consoles between here and there. Some, with 7 online and some local, but they always get one of these papers. So if you want one of these, get on the Discord server and check it out. These things are very good to include with any console you sell. Alright, so the first console I got up is a Super Nintendo here. It is yellowed, it's dirty. We're just going to see if it works. A lot of people always ask me, how do you de-yellow a console? And there's actually a multitude of ways you can do it. One of the most interesting ways that I've been hearing about lately, I have not tried this, is to literally just set this outside in the sun, and apparently that's going to take some of the yellow off. I have not tried that. I might try that with this one. Tomorrow's supposed to be a real nice sunny day. If you've ever heard that or actually had it work, let me know, but that's a new one for me. Typically, I don't de-yellow, unless it was something for me. You know, a de-yellowed console versus one that looks like this. There's not the biggest amount of price difference, and I don't have the chemicals on hand to actually do it, so I'm not too worried about it. So I usually sell them as they are, but I would be interested to know if the sun method works. If it does, I'm going to try it tomorrow, and hopefully it's going to turn out, because if that's the case, anytime I get one, I can just leave it out on a sunny day. But anyways, let's hook this guy up and see if it's going to work. Alright, so we're getting this guy hooked up here, and before I actually run a game through it, I'm going to clean the console. I've been doing that here lately just to eliminate any possibility that might be the issue. Just go ahead and get it done. This thing goes channel 2. It took me so long to remember that for whatever reason. Whenever I clean these consoles, you can do this one of 2 ways. The best method I found is to get one of these. You can get it doesn't have to be complete in boxes. They're actually just really cheap, complete in box, and they look good if you're collecting them. But a standard Super Nintendo cleaning kit, I don't use it the way that you're supposed to. I know a lot of people get mad at me for that, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. I use it in a very quick way, and it works just as well. But all I do, you're supposed to take this thing apart, and I think put some little special stuff on there. I just turn this thing upside down, hit it with some isopropyl, knock it out a few times. That way I'm not dripping isopropyl straight in this console. Make sure that the this cloth is wet, or moist at least, and then go to town on this. So with that there, all I gotta do is put this in and just kind of go up and down with it. I'm pushing forward as I go down, and I'm pushing back a little just to make sure I'm getting both sides of those pins on the inside as best as I can. And I'll just do this, I don't know, 10, 15 times, probably a lot more, but I'm not counting. I'm just going to town. Alright, so with that console cleaned up, do I get a flicker? Yeah, I get a flicker. That's good. Anytime you have any sort of console and you're not getting anything out of it, look at your TV screen. If you can notice like a little flicker, it's getting a signal, so that's good. We'll use the Tom and Jerry tester cart and see if that one's going to play for us. I haven't cleaned that game in a while. It starts right up, though. Alright, we got 2 controllers. Whenever I sell these consoles, I'll bundle them with one, and I'll sell the other. These Super Nintendo controllers still sell for quite a bit, so we got to test these controllers up. Whenever I test a controller, I try to test every single button that I can, down, up. I just want to make sure it's responsive as it's supposed to be. And this one appears to be great, so I'm happy about that. Let me go ahead and pause button works good, which is nice because we got to test this other controller. And you're just killing like multiple birds with multiple stones, really. At least that's how I look at it. Let's test this other controller out. This game right here, believe it or not, it was a tester cart that I got. I got it for, it was basically free in this lot. Said it didn't work. We got it to work, and I use it as my tester cart. This Tom and Jerry is actually a pretty decent platformer. I played it a handful of times now as a tester, and like there's been times where I'll play it for extended periods of time, and I don't hate this game. I don't like that you can't like really duck and throw. You got to press a different button to throw lower. It's kind of weird. But that's it. That's all it takes to test the Super Nintendo. I'll test the other port and make sure that that one's working. Very rarely do the ports not work unless there's like physical wear or like some gummed up mess. Clean this one up with a magic eraser and it'll be good to go. I'm telling you, I'm curious about that sun method to see if that de-yellows a console. I don't know, it just doesn't sound right to me, but you never know. Let's move on to the next thing. Alright, next up is this Nintendo Wii that we're going to do just so I can get rid of it and get it gone. Everybody knows Wiis aren't my favorite thing to mess with. But look at this wireless. This is the official wireless sensor bar, and I open it up, and my goodness, these batteries have done something to it. But I want to see if we can get this thing to work. I don't want any of that battery goop on me. I need some sort of device. Just like, damn it, all that stuff's falling. Alright, let me see if I can get this other battery out and see what the damage looks like. Alright, this looks disgusting. It looks terrible. Look at all that gunk and grime that got in there. I don't want this stuff on the table. Let me get this stuff knocked out over here. Alright, I got most of the big chunks. Luckily, the corrosion is, I would say, fresh. You know, it's fresh corrosion. That means it's still kind of gloopy. So it's going to be easier to clean. I'm just going to use an isopropyl Q-tip here. Alright, so I got the majority of it cleaned out, at least enough to test. If it actually works, I'll clean it up some more. Let me grab 4 AAA or AA batteries here. Let's see. There we go. My battery's dead. 2 hours. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting it. Yeah, these things have like a timer, so you can play for an hour or 2 hours without killing the batteries. It'll shut itself automatically off. So this is working now. Let's go ahead and hook up the rest of this Wii and see if, hopefully, we get a free game out of it. Alright guys, let's see. Moment of truth if there's going to be a free game. Well, hell, moment of truth if this thing's even going to work. Let's see. Well, it will help if the thing was actually plugged up to the power. I always forget that. There's something every time that I forget. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to keep all this together. That way I don't have to bundle it back up. Here we go. Red light on. Give us something. Give me a game. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, people. Wii Sports Resort. I can't hate that. That's a good find. This doesn't look too terrible. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, this is playable. This is sellable. As long as it plays, at least it's sellable. I wish the GameStop promotion was still going on. I took advantage of it like a lot of people. And sold off a bunch of stuff, man. Or traded off at least a bunch of stuff that I needed. So anyways, we gotta get this controller hooked up as well. See, the Wii's, man, they could be such a pain to deal with. There we go. Alright, so now, the good thing about these bars is they just automatically hook up. You don't have to do anything. For whatever reason, I thought you did. But you don't. There we go. There's that. Let's see if it's actually going to read this disc. And if it does, I'm extremely happy about it. The lid came off of it. But that's alright. These lids come off all the time. Get in there. There we go. Alright. Will you work? It's set in a widescreen ratio. It kind of looks weird to you. I don't know how much of the screen the phone's picking up. Looks like it's reading, which is nice. Oh, excellent. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm able to sell this with the wireless sensor, and everything's already going to be set up. Oh, this is going to be nice. Less work I got to do. Just want to make sure it's going to read this disc. That's what I'm talking about. So that's working. That is good. Come on, get out of there. So there we have it, guys. That's what we got. I didn't have too much crazy stuff going on today. I do got an NES that I'm going to work on probably the next episode. I probably got, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them. I just kind of want to do an update video. I know my videos have been kind of scarce lately, but hopefully that's going to change as I start getting caught up with everything. But hopefully y'all have enjoyed this episode, and make sure you check out that Discord server. Like I said, those giveaways are going to be starting pretty soon. I'm happy about that, Wii Sports Resort. So if you're not part of it, you won't be a part of it, basically. So I hope to see a lot of you guys there. And as always, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.